What's up guys, it's Ash, and today we're going to be ranking the top 10 brawlers in Brawl Stars. We're going to start off from number 10 as we count down to number 1. On top of that, I'm going to give you guys tier lists for all of these brawlers, their best and worst game modes, as well as their best builds, the best star powers, gadgets, and gears to use on all of them. So it should be a very helpful video to all you guys knowing what are the best brawlers to max out right now. So let's start with number 10. Alright, so at number 10, we have the best thrower in the game, and that is hands down Grum. Grum does so much damage, especially combined with his X Factor star power, which allows him to deal up to 30% more damage. Combine that with his radio check gadget, and you're gonna deal 3 quick shots at the same time with just 1 ammo use, and that does around 5,000 damage, making him a very viable brawler on Heist. But his best game modes are Bounty and Knockout, being able to stay behind walls safely and take out those low HP brawlers. He's so good at that. Combine him with the new Unbreakable walls and he's a complete monster in this meta. At number 9, we have Gene. Ever since his release, he's always been a top brawler, always around the top 10. So if there's one brawler that you can rely on to not get nerfed, it's probably Gene. He's just so good with his super, the ability to just yoink and pull the enemy, win the game with all the gems, as well as his support capabilities with his magic puff, star power, healing his teammates, making him a super versatile option. His main weaknesses are his low DPS due to his slow reload, making him a pretty weak option on Heist, Brawl Ball, Hot Zone, and Basketball Brawl. I don't recommend you to use him on those game modes, but his best game modes are definitely Knockout, Gem Grab, Bounty, and Duo Showdown. At number 8, we have Otis. Now, Otis has been getting nerfs recently, but he is still the best counter in the game to all tanks and assassins. His super does so much damage. In fact, if they decide to get up close, you can combine his super with 3 quick shots, which can deal a total of 9,450 damage. He just completely melts them and can get his super back on top of that. So it's such a deadly brawler against all close-up threats. At number 7, we have Janet. Now, Janet was first released about a year ago, and ever since then, she's always been around a top 5 brawler. Just so reliable and highly versatile. She has very good range, very good HP, very good damage, as well as one of the best escape mechanics with her super. She's great for finishing off low health brawlers with her super, and her drop the base gadget is one of the best gadgets in the game. It has a massive radius. You can use it to instantly drop it on enemies to disrupt their recovery, and if they're hiding in bushes, you can use it to scout them. She's just so good, so versatile. At number 6, we have one of my favorite brawlers, Surge. He is so good at countering tanks. He shuts down brawlers such as Primo, Buzz, Ashe, Sam, BB, Frank. Not only that, great counter to assassins such as Mortis, Carl, Fang. And not just that, what makes him such a deadly pick in draft is that he not only counters tanks, but he counters their counters. He counters the counters of tanks such as Otis, Griff, Ems, Colette. Like, he's so good into those brawlers, making him such a powerful pick. And the best brawlers to counter him are usually throwers to prevent him from upgrading from a distance, or spawners such as Penny with her salty barrel, Russ with his sandbags gadget, Spike with his cactus. Any spawner to block his shots, pretty good. At number 5, we can't forget about the best tank in the game, and that is Ashe. He has so few weaknesses on top of insane damage and speed. When he takes damage and deals damage, it enrages him, making him stronger, faster, and that makes it really hard to stop him. He does about 2,760 damage with a single attack when he's fully enraged with his damage gear activated. He's extremely difficult to deal with in bushes because of his speed gear on top of his rage. His super allows him to defeat counters such as B, Otis, and Surge. He can use his rats to block their attacks and beat them. So he's a super powerful brawler that can be very tough to stop. At number 4, we have Penny. Now, ever since her remodel, she's always been a top 5 brawler in the game, and that has to do with her insane versatility. She has so few weaknesses because of her very decent range. She's got very decent damage on top of her turret support with her super, and not just that, her salty barrel gadget is just so good, making her a great counter to even close range brawlers. Tanks, assassins have a really hard time against her. She has just so few weaknesses, making her one of the best brawlers in the game. At number 3, we have the best sharpshooting tank counter in the game, and that is B. Unlike other sharpshooters like Piper, Brock, Mandy, they're not very good into tanks, but B is. She does insane amount of damage, especially with her boosted shot plus a damage gear. She can deal around 3,800 damage, which can actually one-shot so many brawlers in the game like Tick, Piper, Brock, Barley, etc. She's just so good into a lot of powerful meta comps as well. She's good into the Poco healer composition. She's good into the max speed composition, being able to slow them down with her super. Good into Jean because of her gadget, being able to block pulls. She's just so good in this meta. At number 2, we have Max. She's been a top 5 brawler in the game for over a year now, so definitely one of the safest brawlers to max out if you want to dominate in this meta. In fact, I made it to Masters in Power League on many of my accounts by playing Max a lot. And she's so good because she's pretty much uncounterable when you factor all of these. She has one of the fastest movement speeds in the game without her super, and obviously the fastest with her super. She has very good HP. Her phase shifter gadget is so good. It allows her to soak any damage, 100% invincibility. She has one of the highest DPS in the game, especially when you combine her with the run and gun star power. She has very good manual aim plus auto aim, allowing her to deal so much damage if you can land those hits. So get good with her aim, guys. And she can also, of course, support your teammates with speed, which is just so good in pretty much any situation. So definitely number 2 in the meta. And the number 1 best brawler in the game is RT. He's pretty much good at everything. He's not easy to kill. He's very bulky like a Fang or Pam. He has really good range, so you can actually consider him to be a sniper. And every time he hits an enemy, he marks them, allowing the next hit to deal 1,050 more damage. He has a very deadly gadget called Hacks, which allows him to deal 1,050 damage whenever he wants when that brawler is marked. So he's excellent for finishing off low health brawlers. On top of all that, he can also transform in his tank form with his super. And the crazy thing about this form is, he can instantly deal a total of 14,340 damage with 3 quick shots up close, allowing him to pretty much melt any brawler in the game in just about a second. So with all this, with the insane versatility combined with very few weaknesses, it all makes him the best brawler in Brawl Stars right now. Maybe until he gets nerfed. So there you have it. Those are our top 10 brawlers in the current meta. I'll continue to do more of these top 10s as the meta changes, as we have balance changes in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a lot, as well as all the best game modes to play these brawlers on and their best builds. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you can. I'll see you guys until next time.